Auckland in control right now, 16 points to 12 over Samoa Aukilani. Fast start from Auckland saw them score 16 unanswered points to start with, but the back end of the first half has been all about Samoa Aukilani. Now going to welcome Troy Hardy back into the commentary box. And Troy, a great forward battle in that first half. Who's getting the upper hand at this stage in your opinion?
Well, I think as you rightly said, at the opening it was all one-way traffic with Auckland doing the damage. They got off to a really quick start and then they backed that up again with another try and all the momentum was going Auckland's way. And as you rightly said, the last probably 15 minutes or so into that first half, momentum swung a wee bit. Samoa had a wee bit of time on the ball, got good execution and put some tries on the wall.
So it will be Auckland who should get first use of the ball in the second half, although we have seen kicks find touch a couple of times today. Between this match and the curtain raiser, a good curtain raiser earlier on. Tonga too strong for the Auckland Vulcans, who made a real game of it in the end. 24-10 the final score in that one, with the Tonga NZ 18s getting the win. All right, just about ready to go again, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes to play. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be a great battle as Kane Talia gets us underway with a towering one down towards the corner, which is fielded, and then Caleb Ueli brings it back. Passini came flying in, almost led with the shoulder there.
I've just seen Ross Ueli on sideline. He's confused and conflicted. But loving it anyway.
Battling forward for those extra metres, and I'm sure Ross enjoying having both Caleb and Big Bro on hand today, involved in the footy. Of course, proud Samoan man, but he'll be watching the actions of number 10 for Auckland very closely. Right edge they come. Hortony to Wilson, and Wilson gets decked.
Yeah, they read that early, got right up on his face.
Chris Seal, who's having a good game for the Samoan side. Coma Sampson, he's pulled up lame. That does not look good. Coma Sampson's in a bad way here. And we'll have time off here, and this might be a fairly long stoppage in play here. That was not nice to see, as Coma Sampson just pulled up and went straight to ground. So medical staff on the field now to attend to him, and it's medical staff from both teams as well. Remembering Coma plays for Point Chevalier, and Point Chevalier trainer is also the Samoa trainer, so he's got a horse in that race as well. So we'll take a little break from that as the medical staff attend to them on the ground. And Troy, we've got a couple of exciting live stream matches we're going to be bringing our audience over the next few weeks. It starts next week with the Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership. Manurewa up against Richmond. This is always a good game.
Yeah, it'll be a great game, and you'll be able to get to that through aucklandragbyleague.co.nz. So looking forward to that clash. It's an extra one. It's a bonus, if you will. So big shout out to Mike Farrelly. Leading into the week, though, we've got College Rugby League kicking off. And looking forward to heading over the shore, Westlake. Going to Westlake, boys. And I think, as we look at each other blankly...
I think it's Kelston.
Yeah, it might be. But we're not sure. So that's a bonus. And to find out what it is, a beautiful prize online, go to aucklandleague.co.nz. And the first person to put down the team that Westlake boys will be playing on the Facebook page, there'll be absolutely nothing for you.
In our defence, we have looked at a lot of draws in recent times. It does all merge into one, but really excited to be bringing the College Rugby League action again. It was where we started with our live streaming initiative, and looking forward to bringing you
much to your demise
those matches. So Coma Sampson now being helped off the field, and great to see Francis Ledger there from the Samoan team involved in that one as well. That does not look good for Coma Sampson, so our best wishes go out to him straight away now as Hortony restarts and gets to the kick, and Talia is back to receive and goes hunting back infield, looking for a little bit of space. So let's see what this causes in terms of a reshuffle in this Auckland team, because Coma have been having a great half as well. They do have plenty of big bodies who can fill a middle role, and you would think someone like Asiani Tongia or maybe a Moses Ongi goes in to assume that 13 role. In the meantime, it's Samoa on the ball. Matt Faitotoa. Seal.
Nick Wilson showing a bit of vigour now, and I dare say with the shuffle on, he'll probably pick up a few extra minutes as well, Corey.
Yeah, you're right. Fair point. Nick Wilson perhaps one primed to take up those extra minutes. He usually plays Big minutes for Howick anyway, as Totoa Purcell is dragged to ground and then wrestled at the end by Richard Halani, a try scorer in the first half. Here's a high one at the back. Doyle races to get under it and takes it nicely. Thought about linking up with Taumata, instead returned to the ball. Haven't we been treated to a masterclass really in fullback play so far? Both Kane Talia and Geronimo Doyle having great games so far,
Yeah,
Troy.
I agree 100%. Another thing I agree about is the weather's holding too. It's been fantastic. So it's going to, help to give us some really class football here today down at Otahu's home ground.
So James Waterson carries the ball forward, stays on his feet and gets to the play the ball. Justice Leo Sevi now, the youngster, graduate of Kelston, playing now with Bay Roskill at Premier level. Really exciting to see him get a run, a player that we've watched through his teenage years and now graduating to the highest level we have at grassroots footy. Here's Ueli. He's having a blinder of a game so far as Big Caleb. Left they go, and it's to Annandale, who will kick high. And Talia, keen to let that one bounce, has to make a play at the end.
Did well.
And stands up and looks to return this ball, but the Auckland line up to task as well.
That's one. Keep coming to your right, mate. Bring it back here. Keep working, Caleb. 14, move. All the way, hold.
Radic at dummy half will hand off to Faitotoa.
15, release. Keep coming right. That's 3.
Torde at first receiver to Totoa Purcell. Looks to square up at Ueli. Plenty of numbers there to help out. Joseph Narlam assisting as well. Radic holds it up at the line. Goes out the back. Talia looking to dance his way through. Last play coming up for Samoa. Radic on the ball. Will go high. Across field. A tester here. It goes up. It's loose. It's knocked on by them. And now James Waterson looks to counter. Zero tackle, the call there. And Auckland survived that one. We've seen in both games, Troy, really that high ball has been used with success today. Of course, still fairly greasy out there, isn't it, despite the rain having stopped?
Yeah, it has been. And a little bit heavy underfoot. And as you rightly said, earlier leading into the match, there was definitely a few downpours that certainly left a bit of water rolling around the place.
Salinga Kapau on for his second stint. He's really good in the opening exchanges. Took it to the Samoa middles along with the likes of Caleb Ueli and Richard Halani. As they go up over halfway now, Auckland making good yardage on this set. Swinging up the back now, Hortony will go high. Talia under it. Takes it nicely as the rain starts to come down again. We've cursed the weather with that one. Just a couple of minutes ago, we were praising the heavens hadn't opened in a little while. It looks to be heading that way again as the rain comes down here in Otahu. Wilson on hand to slow Faitotoa's progress that time. Radic heads back in field, and this is the other winger. This is Amoa Tuli from Northcote.
Yeah, you didn't like it. Getting the shrug off there.
Reece Charlie, the hooker. And it's lost. The Auckland team were appealing and eventually got the call they were looking for. So a lost ball, and Auckland wrestle control once again. And as we wait for this scrum to pack down, we'll give a little shout out to the Samoa sponsors as well. They've done a fair bit of work to get the team here today, and Jeff Brown did ask that we give them a mention. So Manhattan Catering and Function Centre, Velvet Entertainment Group and Nightclub. That's where the official after party will be. Troy, no doubt, will catch you down there between 11:30 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Mate, I'll be there before 11.
Hortony to the line. Link up with Nuka Nuka. Ball's loose. Knock on the call. And Reece Charlie getting all the praise there. So knock-ons each way here. And the intensity in defence, you can just feel it. It's lifting now. These two teams know it's all on. 4 points the gap with 6.5 minutes gone in the second spell here at Burt Henham Park. And Samoa now will get a chance to start this set 40 metres out from the line and look to get over for their third try, having converted the earlier two. Tupou breaks free down the right. Siave Tupou will go all the way. Siave Tupou creates that little half gap, and then from there, he's too big, he's too strong, and he scores in the corner for Samoa.
As we have a quick look at the ARL replay here from the base of the scrum, it looked like there was a wee bit of slowing in the tempo. You know, there's a lull, and then all of a sudden, massive injection of speed just stepped him. Split the line wide open there, and at that point, she was Favavi Suli all the way to the line. Try time.
He does have that in his game, Siave Tupou. Such a powerful runner of the ball. So all locked up at 16-all. Kick to come. Samoa's chance to take the lead for the first time in this match.
As we wait for the kick too, mate, there's a lot of people here today from rugby league around the traps. I've just run into a few of the boys from Richmond. Graham and a few of the crew are down here. There's a lot of rugby league players. Fans even up behind us too. Kids having a fantastic time. Just rolling down the hill, Corey.
So Radic prepares to try and take the lead here for Samoa. It's good off the boot.
Kick.
It's more than good. Samoa in front.
Yeah.
Samoa has the lead for the first time in the game. With a try to number 4, Siave Tupou, converted by Drew Radic. Score is currently 18 points to 16, favourite Samoa.
Well, has the momentum swung again?
Got that feel about it, doesn't it? They've certainly found their way into the middle again, and really we've probably achieved parity in the middle battle so far. So who will it be to make the key difference?
Sun's broken out too.
Fielded by Radic, and only just. Here's Tony Tuia on for his second stint. Is he the man to make the difference and wrestle momentum Samoa's way? Falilua Malio, the starting rotation are back. Seal to Charlie. Fighting his way for extra meters and then taken down by his club teammate Nick Wilson.
Big wrestle on.
Tuare. Gavitt. Gavitt driving those legs, takes them up over halfway. Tony Tuia taken down, 40 short of the line. Seal to Tuare, goes high. A towering one here. Waterson looking to run obstruction on his club teammate, Amoa Tuli. That one bounces safely into touch. Just tuning in, a great day of rugby league down here at Burt Henham Park. We saw a good curtain raiser earlier, the Tonga NZ18s getting up over the Auckland Vulcan 18s. So Auckland now looking to ruck this ball out. Ruben Tolavai on for his second stint. Geronimo Doyle puts his hand up for a tough carry. Tolavai jumps out now, catches the markers napping and gets a free ride as well. Played really well today, his Ruben Tolavai. Not the second division player of the year last year for no reason, as Richard Halani takes it back into the heart. Nick Wilson. He straightens up. Last play coming up now. Hortone is set to the right. That's where they will go. Hortone will kick over the top, and now they're going to chase it. Ball bounces up. Ongi! On the ball, Moses Ongi into open space. Coming across is Talia. The ball's loose now. Waterson picks it up, but we're going to go back. And they're going to call that lost. There was probably a fair claim in there that the ball had been knocked loose by Samoa, but what about that? The chip kick for your second
Pretty
row
close.
is steaming through,
Absolutely.
and Moses Ongi thought all his Christmases had come at once. So hand over the ball, and it will be Samoa with it, about 10 off their own line. Kenny Gavitt lines up for a carry. It's tackled down low by Nuka, and joining in over the top was Tolovai.
Well, a chat from the Auckland team. They're wanting to be fast on the defence line here. The game's won here. That's the call.
Falilua Malio, that's a good carry. It's a really good carry from Sulla. Crowd starting to get into it down here as well. Ford the call. So the play will die.
Yes.
And Ford passed the call to Tony Tuia there.
Tuia's in shock. You can't believe it.
So Auckland scrum to pack down, 40 out from the line as we head towards the final 25 minutes. What a brilliant game. What a way to celebrate the midpoint of the season with this representative round. Loving every minute of this match so far as Auckland now get on the ball. Hotini crabs across field and links with Nuka. May have been Geronimo
Big
Doyle,
D
in
there.
fact. Tolovai at dummy half. And Nuka tried to steal a couple of extra metres on the play of the ball. Referee Elliott well and truly on top of it. We do have one of the very best referees in New Zealand today, Anthony Elliott. Someone who's refed at those higher levels in the NRL. Tolovai to Ongi. Ongi driving those legs, gets the offload away as well, and now Waterson gets in. Now he starts ducking and diving, looking for a gap. They're 20 up from the line now, Auckland. Tolovai wants a quick play of the ball. He's going to direct play back to the middle where Hotini goes and almost puts Halani through a gap. Samoa doing their very best to slow the play of the ball down via Reece Charlie. Tolovai jumps out. Taken the ground by Falilua Malio and Tuia. And the second effort. Tuia, I think it is, that is pinged. It may have been Falilua Malio.
Just untidy around the... Trying to get him up to play the ball quickly. Wouldn't let him.
So a great chance here for Auckland. Halani. Tolovai swings it out the back. Hotini shows, looks to go. Not fooling anyone that time. Opposite number, Jordan Tuore, up to task. They bump it back towards the middle of the park. This is Kapawa. Right in front of the SAS uprights. Tolovai will swing it out the back. Annandale collected by Falilua Malio coming across field. Or the full brunt of that contact. Nick Wilson now will line up for a carry. Wilson, little change of direction at the line. Runs it at two of his club teammates. Charlie and Tuia. Tolovai burrows. Ruben Tolovai, the ball's held up. Great work from Samoa. Kane Talia again, who was just having a brilliant game at fullback, has not put a foot wrong and triggers the handover that time. He knew Tolovai was burrowing low and managed to get there underneath.
You did really, really well to sort of hold that up. And Samoa now get a chance to restart. So grind outside the 20.
So the arm wrestle continues. Seal at dummy half, hands off to Faitoa, who gets decked. No arms, and that's a fair call. Richard Halani, he's come flying in there. Did not wrap the arms, and penalty the call.
And they may have the chance to unlock getting out of inside the 20-30. They've been down camped here for some time. Just wait for the kick for touch, the sideline. Yeah, not a bad kick either. Up over the halfway mark.
So here we go. Falilua Malio will get it started.
Whoa.
A clash with hair, limbs, and goodness knows what else flying around in that contact. Samoa now come back towards the middle of the park. This is Matty Tuitama. Haven't seen a lot of him so far. Tuia lines up. Will play out the back door. Space on the left edge. Now Rielu Buchanan almost through. Nuka doing brilliantly well to close it down in the end. Seal back on the inside. Tuia, Nuka again the man to stop him in his tracks. Real pressure on Auckland here. Seal will jump out. Chris Seal looking to burrow low and get over the line. Gets the offload away to Tuare. Short of the line. Brilliant defence from Auckland. Can they hold on here? Seal to Radic. Radic will kick across field. Tomata goes up. It's a try to Samoa. Matt Faitotoa has scored it in the far right corner. And they're coming from everywhere now, fair enough.
Just waiting for the ARL action replay here. Did well to keep that in his hands. Nice little kick through, great weights on it. Putting the Auckland winger under pressure, but just timed the run right. Try time.
So Samoa out to a 6-point lead. Kick to come, and it's the aerial ability of Matty Faitotoa.
I don't know if that was just me. I think one of the Samoan players in much celebration there jumped up to go and hug one of the Auckland rugby league players and recognised it wasn't in his team.
Well, they are fairly similar jerseys. And
No, it's probably his teammate. Fantastic try, wasn't it?
Brilliant try. And Matt Faitotoa, he deserved one today. He's worked really hard out of yardage, and nice to see him get on the scoreboard. This is a massive kick. 6 the gap right now. This will take it up to a 2-score lead. Drew Radic, he's already nailed one from out here. Strikes it. Looks good off the boot. It's all
Flags
good.
up.
And Samoa lead by 8.
And the successful the conversion, taking Samoa to 24 points to 16 over Auckland.
So 22 minutes to play, 21 by the time we get back into this. Auckland haven't scored a point since about the 15th minute, Troy. Need to find a way back into this contest because although the scoreboard is manageable right now, they haven't fired a shot through the second half.
Yeah, and you know, for the most of the last 10, 12 minutes, they've been camped down in Samoa's area and just haven't been able to convert that into points. And I think the Samoans are going to get excited now. Points on the board. Here we go.
Tuigamala, he's on for his second run. Set up that try in the first half for Kane Talia. Fighting for that quick play of the ball there on the ground as well. Tuia to the line. Had Talia looming on his shoulder. Instead taking the ground just short of halfway here, Samoa. Jordan Tuare, haven't him and Drew Radic done a wonderful job leading the Samoan team around the park. 20 minutes to play. They're doing all the little things right. Their kicking game's been brilliant. The kick in behind now is fielded by Doyle. Geronimo Doyle will bring it back, and no surprises there. It's Jordan Tuare leading the charge. He was an Auckland co-captain last year. Today, he potentially shapes his public enemy #1 as he leads the Samoan team to 24 unanswered points. Tomata now will bump the ball forward, looking to make a difference for Auckland. They need something dynamic here, do the home side. Nick Wilson now off the back fence. Hint of a high shot, play on is the call, and Nick chews off a couple of extra metres.
Yeah, just go back a step, he's asked.
Tolovai, Hotini, Ongi, face ball.
Oh,
There's no one home.
just want to kick that back out for us, Sev. So we pass that out of the commentary box. And great to have an Otahu linesman with us here today.
So scrum to pack down, smack bam on halfway. Remember, all club football took a break this weekend from the juniors through to the premiership and the ladies. Back in action again next weekend. We've got Manurewa up against Howick Troy. We'll be up bright and early at Paparoa Park. Looking forward to that one. Always a good trip out to Paparoa with the nest.
Good curtain raiser for that as well. So an extra bonus game of rugby league, the under-16s.
Reece Charlie going to fight his way through. Tuia, hard and straight, taken down by Salinga Kapawa. 8 points the gap. Samoa could do some real damage with more here. Charlie, Torre, Talia, Waterson made the crucial intervention. 6 again coming up, but James Waterson may well have saved a try there with that little bat down. Samoa back on the attack. Amoa Tuli, Tuigamala, still going as Nalu. Nalu Tuigamala, the second effort, he's over the line. Big smile on the face. He knows that's a crucial try. And just the refusal to go down here for Nalu Tuigamala, gets up, has another go, and finds 4 points.
As we see the action replay here, looked like he was going left. He shaped that way and he just went right, tricked a couple of defenders. Tuigamala here, I actually thought the tackle was complete at that point, but he managed to roll over, keep on his feet, and found the line. 4 points. Samoan fans around the Otahu Sports Ground today are loving it.
Radic steps in. No mistake again. He's been brilliant off the boot today, has Drew Radic.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now, isn't it?
Yeah, Auckland need a really quick reply, and it's all started with Samoa have just found their way into that middle battle, haven't they, and started dominating that part of the field, and off the back of it, the likes of Torre and Radic have made the most of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you said earlier, you know, they've been doing the right things at the right time, and they've been doing it correctly. You know, they've just controlled the game so well.
So back to it we go. Auckland hunting an answer, and quickly. Radic fields it. Falilua Mahalio returns.
Big fan base.
With number 17, Siani Tuia coming on. Replacing number 11, Richard Helani.
Nalu, Tuigamala, chopped down low that time.
Yeah, great little tackle.
An assist and a try to his name already. Tony Tuia. Tell you, Reece Charlie's done a really good job as this makeshift dummy half as well. They head out to the right edge now, and Matty Tuitama. He's taken down just short of the line. Halfway, that is, and now Tuia gets some front foot ball. Again, had Talia looming on his shoulder. Torre will run it. Torre puts him into a little half gap, but it's going to be knocked on. Play on the call. And now Auckland will look to counter. Taumata. 0 tackle. Justice Leo Sevi, one of the many Kelston products on the field today. He's tackled by another one. Sala Falilua Malio. We've got time off here.
So,
Bodies down everywhere. Leo Sevi's back up to his feet. But there's greater concern being shown for, I think, a Samoan player in the background.
just off to the right, yeah. Didn't quite see what happened there. Up to his feet now. And going to be escorted from the field.
It's Moses Ongi. So it's the Auckland player, Moses Ongi, who is taken down in back play. Now, there was talk about getting a number, so I'm not sure if something untoward's gone on in back play here. We'll wait for the referee's judgment on this one. But concern for Moses Ongi. It's not good to see, and coupled with the Coma Sampson injury from earlier, a bit of a worry. Okay, back to it. Tackle one. James Taumata. Ball comes loose. Stripper's the call. Geronimo Doyle wants a quick tap. And instead they'll kick for touch. Tell you what, James Taumata has not taken a backward step today from the wing. He was a late inclusion in the team, but doing a really brilliant job, working hard out of yardage. Hasn't had the attacking opportunities probably afforded to James Waterson so far, but doing his bit for the team. Back underway we go. Annandale to Ueli. Caleb Ueli, he looks to have been the man to come on to replace Moses Ongi. Tolavai. Kipawa. Bumps forward to Tuigamala, but he's going nowhere. Reece Charlie holding on as well, and then by the end of it, he's got Tony Tuia by the shirt. And at the end of it, they'll have a laugh, I think. Ueli works back towards the middle, targeting that gap where Tony Tuia was, hoping perhaps Tony was still mid-discussion. Tolavai will miss out Wilson. We'll go to Hortony, who goes to Tongia. Doyle was praying for an offload. Great chance here for Auckland. Tolavai. Hortony. Hortony shows. Goes. Backdoor. Annandale looking for an offload. Set upon by Tuitama, his Point Chevalier teammate. Maynard looking to bring play back to the middle now. Hortony will kick. It's play on as the call. Doyle. Geronimo Doyle. I think this will be a try. Play on the call. Geronimo Doyle rewarded for following in. Gets Auckland on the board, and they're back in this match, Troy.
Here's the ARL action replay. And nice little dink through here. Ricochet went the wrong way. And Geronimo Doyle, he certainly knew how to capitalise on that and got the fortuitous bounce. And there you go, my friends. That's try time. 4 points for the Auckland team.
Geronimo Doyle, conversion to come. Score is currently 30 points to 20 in favour of Samoa.
So 10 points the gap. By our count, 12 minutes to play. Change on in back play as well. Nick Wilson off for a well-deserved break, and in his place, Joseph Nalam coming on. Good stint, Nick Wilson. Probably asked to play a couple of different roles during that stint as well, given injuries to Coma Sampson and Moses Ongi. As Geronimo Doyle prepares to kick this. About 15 in from touch. Strikes it, and it's away. So the score will remain 30 points to 20. It's still a two-score gap anyway.
And with 11 minutes to go, Samoa lead Auckland. 30 points to 20.
So shaping up to...
Been a great game, hasn't it? Really enjoyed it. The battles in the middle of the park. I've loved the game management from the Samoan team, and you know, I go again to the performance of Kane Talia for Samoa and Geronimo Doyle, two of our really good young fullbacks who have both been brilliant today.
And been some fantastic tries on display as well, you know. And with 10-point spread, I think it's shaping up to be a real strong finish.
So a towering one down to Hortony, who does well to bring that in and wind it up. Here comes Salinga. Straight at Tony Tuia. Ball comes loose and Tony loves it. One-on-one the call, but it's going to be knock on Tuia, I think. So at the end of all that.
Another big chat going on there too. Maybe Tony's inviting them all down to Velvet. It's on there at the nightclub at 11, I'm told.
Good call.
And be some Palasami and chop suey on down there for everyone. And I dare say a few Vilemas, just quietly.
So Auckland feed. At the end of all that, Tony Tuia appeared to have done really well to force the error, and then was called back for a knock-on against Tuia. So huge set in the game here for Auckland. They don't need points, but they need to complete, get down the other end of the park and start to engage Samoa in this middle arm wrestle again. Caleb Ueli, another good carry. Bumps out of the first couple and then taking the ground. Salinga, where's Tony Tuia? Here he is, looming in support. He won't get his shot this time, although you can just see the look on Tony's face. He's dying for another shot at him here. Tongia now winds up, driving those legs forward up towards halfway. This is a good set from Auckland.
It was a strong run.
Hotini, hot feet. Tore will contain him. Nuka slipped over in the process, and they're inside opposition territory now. Doyle will go high. A tester for Talia, who's been so good under the high ball today, and once again, James Waterson got a fair check on the way, which slowed down his progress. Perhaps would have been a contested ball otherwise. And now wrestling him to ground, Ruben Tolovai from the Pukakoi Pythons. Radic to Falilo Amalio, runs it straight back at Caleb Ueli. Radic now will kick. It's a driven one down towards the sideline. And Doyle back to retrieve, slips, and then back up to his feet. Runs it straight back and finds Matty Tuitama there waiting for him. Great to see so many Leopards represented in the games today as well. It's a real sign of where that club is going, and if we look back to just a few years ago, Troy, Otahu were in real trouble, got relegated from the first division, but they've bounced back in style in recent times.
Yeah, and they managed to keep a lot of the young guys, you know, that come through on that roster, and year on year built very, very well, and doing exceptionally well this season as 2019's kicked off.
Tomata lines up for a carry, runs it at Charlie. Falilo Amalio involved in that one as well. We're inside the final 8 minutes now. Auckland trail by 10. Tolovai to Leo Sevi, it breaks down, look out, loose ball, who's on it? Maynard somehow come up with it. Last play coming up, need a good kick here to Auckland, Radic will pressure. It's going to be taken on the full by Tully. And we'll bring it back, they're going to start this set near on halfway here, Samoa. Really Buchanan. Auckland have done well to contain him for the most part today. Such a dangerous presence on the edge.
So Connor Purcell back on for Samoa.
Lokini Gavitt. Taking the ground, penalties the call. That's a costly one for Auckland. Howard was called and they came in for that second effort. And an interesting decision here for Samoa. Do you kick for goal, make this a 12-point gap? No, they won't.
Play, mate.
Tap and go. Toto Purcell back into the action. Seal to Passini. The Poinchev connection. Right in front of the uprights. Tackles up their sleeve here, Samoa. Points would put the game to bed, you would think. To Igamala, the wraparound to Seal, who will straighten up and go hard. Joseph Nalam coming in to slow things down. Tuigamala goes backdoor. Tuare to Toto Purcell. Seal jumps out. Tuigamala, he goes low. Nalu Tuigamala. He might well have won some more of the game here. His second try of the game points to the wristband, and I dare say Zay Wallace here in his heart as he celebrates that try. But Nalu Tuigamala, what a brilliant game he has had. And he looks like finishing it off with the game-wrapping try here. Just burrowed low. Auckland in that tiring line took full advantage of it. And Nalu Tuigamala takes him over, stretches lead out to 14 with about 5 to play.
Who's your try scorer? 11. Number 11? 11.
So Radic steps up, converts. And 16-point gap. Auckland aren't going to come back from this one, but it's been a brilliant game today, Troy. Thoroughly enjoyable. And Auckland, for all of their disruptions this week, players lost to injury and unavailability, boy, they've given a great account of themselves today.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, we're not talking one or two players either, but look, let's not make any excuses. You know, they got off to a really good start and they just couldn't, you know, keep the momentum rolling. And Samoa, as soon as they started getting into the game and growing with confidence, we've just seen, you know, some fantastic tries. I mean, there's been some brilliant tries today.
So short and high as Auckland look to give themselves a chance here. This should be play on, and now it's towed
here
through.
we go.
Auckland back to clean it up just in time. Samoa Aukilani screaming through the line, and now Carlos Hortony will break out of one. And guess who? Nalu Tuigamala, the man to pin him down on halfway. James Tomata comes in field now. Auckland not prepared to say they're out of this one just yet with 3.5 to play. Salinga winds up for another carry. Been good today in the middle.
Just under 4 minutes to go before full time. The Auckland Rugby League would again like to acknowledge and thank the other
Waterston looming on the shoulder.
in particular Steve Purcell, Melanie Hempstead and their teams. St. John's and our volunteer
Nalam.
managers. Our referees
Hortony,
for both games
Tongia. Tongia looking to run at those smaller bodies on the edge. Shakes out a 1, shakes out a 2. Still going is Big Sione. Last play coming up. Nalam. Joseph Nalam will go close. Joseph Nalam scores. And brings this back to a 12-point gap. Kick to come.
They really burgled this one too. As we look at the Auckland Rugby League replay, they'd got a wee bit of a roll on down into Samoan 10. Just sort of started there at the dummy half. Got nice and low. And at that point he was turned over, but he managed to keep rolling 360 and ball down right at the right place over the white line.
And again, tiring defensive lines. Those little gaps do tend to appear late in contests. But if nothing else, the clock's going to beat Auckland today. Well done to this Samoa Aukilani team. Come back from 16 unanswered points in the first half. Keep the composure. Really, really impressive as Doyle puts it over. So back to the 10-point ball game by our count. 1.5 minutes to play. Samoa will be in no rush to get this back underway. Do join us again for our First Division live stream, which is back in action next week. We've got Howick taking on Manurewa.
Samoa 36, Auckland 26.
Hortony fields it. It's off to Kipawa, who runs it back inside the final minute here at Burt Henham Park. Trust you've enjoyed the coverage today, ladies and gentlemen. Been great to bring it to you. A fitting game for our feature match today. Caleb Ueli still driving the legs. Tolovai. Nalam jumps out to play out the back. Back to 1 is the call. Tomata will straighten. Runs it back at Glenora Bears teammate, Chase Bernard. Nalam. Really good in these closing exchanges. I'll try a couple of minutes ago. Strip the call. So tap and go. Hortony to Salinga Kapawa. Runs it at Toto Purcell. That's all we'll get out of this one. Samoa Aukilani win it 36-26 over the Auckland Premier team. A great game, played in very good spirits. But Samoa too strong in the end. Leaked the first 16 points, but came back with a flurry. And deserving winners here. A very short break before we go pitch side for the post-match festivities.
Can we have both teams over to the middle of the field, please? Closer, please. Samoa, come in. Tony, stop talking.
Welcome back to Grassroots Rugby League. What a great spectacle here today. We have to look at this and say, who wants State of Origin when we have Fox of Origin? For us, this is the showpiece of the cream of Auckland Rugby League talent, and no better way to show it today at Bert Henham. The players out there in regards to playing for their country in Samoa and Auckland was the best football we could have. Before I go on, I'd like to invite Rodney Hall, Operations Manager from Samoa Rugby League, just to have a few words.
Whaftai lava, Shane. Whaftai lava to Auckland for this opportunity for our boys here in Samoa to play here. On behalf of Samoa, all we like to do and say is whaftai lava. Thanks for this opportunity. At the same time, we'd just like to acknowledge Tangata Whenua here, and also Auckland Rugby League for this opportunity for Pacifica to play and be part of Auckland Rugby League, and for this this weekend. Whaftai lava. Thank you, Auckland. To Samoa, whaftai lava.
Thank you, Rodney. In regards to it, I'd encourage the clubs, when we do this every year, to make the players available, because this is what it's all about, playing for for the Auckland Rugby League and also for your country of origin. I'd like to call up Carlos Hotini, Auckland captain, please. Tough day in the office.
Not much to prepare as in with the team, but I guess, we come here for a reason, and that's rugby league. All the boys are pretty passionate about playing, and even though we're from different clubs, I guess we came in and put on a show, and hopefully everyone was pretty happy, so thanks.
Proud to put on the Auckland Rugby League jersey?
Especially for myself, it's been a long time through injury, a couple of years, so always a big step for me to take that next step in my game and to jam with the boys, so yeah, thanks Auckland.
Thank you, Carlos. All the best for the rest of the year for Howard.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's come out, to the Samoan boys, playing for your guys' country and your heritage. Awesome battle out there with our boys as well. So just thank everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, Carlos. I'd like to call up the Samoan captain, Salah. First win under your belt in regards to being a Samoan captain for Auckland?
Momo lava na si pelvi inga mawhakakai kako kapa au langi. A walo na lofa malonga nganga le wo iu man nguia kalong le sesi wala vea. Ia wha malo aku kako a inga whawhakai ko kapuai mako wha moi moi. Ia le wo iu man nguia. Ia. First of all, I'd just like to thank our Heavenly Father for blessing us here for this wonderful opportunity. Thanks to Auckland Rugby League for inviting us here to be a part of this occasion. It means a lot, and it's an honour and a privilege to lead the boys. Any one of us could have been leader. I'm just at the front, but if you look over there, there's a bunch of whole talented boys, and thanks a lot, Auckland, for inviting us here. It means a lot.
Appreciate the words. Stay with me. We've got a lovely cup over there, and I'm sure next year Auckland will be looking to take it back off you. But like I said, this is all about the grassroots excellence of rugby league. It's good to see you down here, and we want you all back next year. Let's go and get that cup. What's it like to have the cup?
It means a lot for our small nation, especially since it's Samoan Independence Day, and this means a lot. So I hope we done our nation proud. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
On three, boys. Inga.